Evening, everybody, and welcome to episode 30 of This Song Fucking Sucks. Today's guest is Jonathan Weed, also a member of Schwarzenator, along with our good man, JP Von Hitchberg. He also has a service offering career coaching for artists, musicians, and alike. You can contact Creative Performance Coaching at cperfcoach, CPERFCOACH, at gmail.com. Congratulations, we now have one simple, easy-to-find place for all your This Song Fucking Sucks needs. ThisSongFuckingSucks.com. You can find where to listen to us on any podcast medium. You can find our merch. You can find our playlists. You can find our penises. ThisSongFuckingSucks.com, your one-stop shop for everything This Song Fucking Sucks. ThisSongFuckingSucks.com. Me no conversate with the fake. That part. All my bitches independent bitches. That part. Today we listen to That Part by ScHoolboy Q featuring Kanye West. This song fucking sucks.
Ladies and gentlemen, visual, people can see what I'm doing. It's time for that show that everybody likes. We trash shit because it's stupid. We have guests. We have fun. It is This Song Fucking Sucks.
The podcast where we listen to a song deemed questionable, objectionable, and generally unlistenable and ask the question, why? Hey, JP, what's going on?
Morning. How are you?
I am well. You look well. I feel well.
I feel well.
Today, in person, direct from Los Angeles, California, you and I, along with good friend, old friend, Mr. Jonathan Weed. Hello, Jonathan Weed.
Hello, everybody.
Listen to that sultry voice. You can hear the scruff of his nice facial hair on that voice. He sounds sexy.
I actually rub it on my vocal cords to kind of enhance the sound before I come in to record.
You can tell. It sounds like rubbing. Today, we are all fired up. We are full of coffee and disdain for today's song.
Coffee and disdain.
Yeah.
I love it.
Which is pretty much my default. But JP, you should talk about this song to introduce it because this has been your nemesis for weeks now.
So normally we have the guests kind of choose the song, as people know, but my girl listens to hip hop and the new hip hop and stuff, and we were in the car and this came on, this wonderful song, which is called That Part by ScHoolboy Q, featuring none other than the worst, I think, most untalented person out there who makes a lot of money, Mr. Kanye West, who is a fucking talentless hack, piece of garbage, douche hole, sounds like a homeless person.
Kanye Kardashian West.
Yeah.
I got to say, for the longest time, I didn't know that he was a music artist. I'm not even kidding at all.
That's amazing.
Like, I just knew he was like some idiot that like was dating a Kardashian and made all kinds of ridiculous comments.
Wow,
that's how
really?
I knew. I'm actually not kidding at all.
I think that's awesome, though.
Yeah,
that's great.
So we were in the car, and this was playing, and this song is so fucking obnoxious. And I didn't know who it was, but I was writing, I'm like, oh my God, babe, what the fuck is this? This is so awful. What is it? She's like, you know who it is. And I'm like, it's Kanye, isn't it? She's like, yep. And I was like, because I mean, if it's total garbage, it's got to be Kanye in my head. Like, he's the worst. And I was right. But this song in particular is to the next level of atrocious. Like, if there was a threshold of what's horrible, this blows it like a volcano right out of the planet. Fucking awful.
It's terrible. I had never heard it before last night. Thank God. And it's horrendous.
It's hilariously bad. It is really very much following the trend we were talking about this of trap, right? That's kind of the style of hip hop that's bubbled to the surface and become, the thing to do, which is so bad. It's so bad.
What is it? Trap?
Yeah, tell the listeners and Weed what trap is. You looked it up last
I
night.
know it's what that is. I mean, it's that's kind of it's it's got the 808 thing, boom, 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 and it always has a kind of ticking like hi-hat, and then it usually has like two little piano chords, and then it's got that phrasing, da 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 da. And they sound like they're on fucking Quaaludes.
Yeah.
And it's so popular.
I mean, I remember when rappers could rap. Is this
I
rap?
know.
I mean, is this
really.
rap music?
I don't even know what you call it.
I don't even know what it is because they're rapping. Well, no, see, I'm lying.
No.
In this song, they're actually attempting to sing, but I think the producer was like, hey, guys, you're not hitting the notes. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to turn all the music off and just give you the beat. You pick the notes that you want to sing. Sing, quotation marks.
Giant
Quotation,
finger
yes.
quotes.
Yes.
Full-arm finger quotes. You're basically flapping.
And hopefully it'll line up with the key. And it doesn't
Okay.
even come close.
Yeah, I got to say, just about the age thing, that, I'm sure I listened to some kind of crappy stuff when I was a kid, but I think for the most part, even if it wasn't mainstream, even like my parents didn't appreciate the kind of music, it was still quality in the music. And this has none of that at all.
No, it's horrible.
I don't even understand that this could be considered music. And I
know.
and I like avant-garde music. I like
It's
weird
not
shit.
that. It's not that.
This is popular.
It's very
Music.
popular.
Popular,
It's
yes.
scarily popular.
What happened to musicality or proficiency in
It's
music?
been draining for a long time. I feel like, though, we're kind of doing what maybe our parents were doing when we were kids about rap music. They're like, but they don't even sing.
Mm-hmm.
They're not singing. What is that? And we're like, whether we got it at the time, we get it now. It's like, oh, well, but they have flow. Flow is a thing. And it's like,
Yeah,
we
sure.
totally get it. And we can go like, all that music back then, like, it's cool. And we get what's cool about it. And this is reactionary. That's a big thing about it, is that flow has become such a thing that, these kids have to go, well, what am I going to do that's different? I'm going to do stuff that doesn't flow. It's so jilted and
and we're gonna have ridiculous sound effects after every single line. There will be a callback to the something, and
Chipotle.
I mean, there literally is a word, a one word, or a sound, or two words that come after every single line. So you're doing a call and response on every single line. Every single line. It's completely not even musical. I kind of feel like when you come to lowest common denominator things, when you boil it down to like the dumbest that something can possibly be, the simplest, the stupidest thing, and they're like, we can make this even lower. We can lower the bar even more. We can do it even more. We're going to take two words that have nothing to do with anything. Let's just pick two words. How about
Bucket?
that part? Yes, that's it. We're going to use
that
those
part.
two words.
Bucket,
and we're just going to
face.
put them after every line for no reason.
That's probably it.
Yeah. Did we even say? Oh, this is. So we should probably say that
What
this
is
isn't by Kanye. This is ScHoolboy Q featuring Kanye, and the H in ScHoolboy is capitalized, as well as the H in that part.
I was wondering about that. Like maybe there's some kind of hidden meaning because it's S and H, right?
Yes.
And then,
No,
just-
SCH.
Oh,
So the
SCH.
C is not capitalized,
Right.
but the S and H is.
So it's something to
Right.
do with
S-
the artist himself who likes to have a capital H. I guess.
I'm sure he says it means something, but it doesn't mean anything.
I don't
put
even know
in-
what to say. Maybe.
That part.
could put in anything really. Soup, hat.
So when you look it up, look for ScHoolboy Q. Okay, so
Last name is Hanley.
maybe
Aha.
maybe
Maybe he has to capitalize the H for his last name.
There you go.
That's what it is. I mean, that's what I'm going to think that it is.
Yeah, that would make some sense. Here's one of the things I notice about it is when he says that part. I love over enunciating that part because he barely does. It sounds like that part,
Dat Bart.
that part. It sounds like dat Bart,
Or Dat Bart.
that Bart,
That's some kind of tree, isn't it?
that Bart. It's a dat Bart tree.
Dat Bart.
It's an Australian
That part.
tree.
D-A-B-A-R. That bar. That bar.
That part.
That
part.
part.
That part. And it would actually be an awesome song if it were over enunciated. That part.
It would make it better. It's a slight improvement over what's there.
If we got a
that's
guy
for sure.
from like Masterpiece Theater to recite that part of it.
Yes, but as we know, I mean, the first line of this song.
Amazing. So it starts with the arm quotes chorus.
Yeah.
Oh, I just have to say, when it first comes on, the music. Or
Yeah, right.
Whatever
Oh, yeah, right.
Whatever
There's
you
music
call
in
that.
here, right?
It just sounded to me like a bunch of kids were like accidentally stepping on instruments. Like somebody crawled inside a piano maybe,
Yeah.
or stepped on a, what do you call those? Not a sitar, but zither.
Zither.
That's the one. Yeah, kids stepping on pianos and zithers.
I'm hot. This like makes me hot.
You're definitely a fine-looking gentleman.
No.
Yes. Don't argue with me.
It's a compliment, bruh.
This is like...
Take it in the spirit with which it was intended.
I never thought...
Take it!
I would never thought I could hate a song more than a song by Linkin Park. And this song, actually, I hate it more than Linkin Park.
Wow.
I'm going to give some applause on that.
Yes.
I'm going to give
We are
applause to that.
passing the torch.
Yes.
I never thought I would ever say that. I would hate something more than Linkin Park.
We should get what's that asshole's name? The
Red Durst. Oh, some
What?
other one. Different asshole.
who's the singer of Linkin Park?
Chester Bennington.
We can get Chester Bennington to do a big thing where he comes out and he's got a golden torch looking thing
Shaped like a dick.
shaped like a giant penis on fire.
Veiny.
It's like a giant veiny golden dick and balls with fire spurting out of it. We'll just have a torch passing ceremony where he comes out and he hands it to Schoolboy Bart and Kanye Worst
Kanye worst.
with a U,
Nice.
like German. Verst.
Yes. Passing the torch. Very good.
So, first line, man, out of the gate. This is great. This is not English.
No.
I mean,
This is English for people who don't speak English.
okay, ladies and gentlemen, the first line of this.
Let's let John
Let's
Weed
let
do it. 'Cause
Weeder- Do you have it in front of you?
I have to pull it up again, apparently. But okay. So, we were commenting on how literally nothing in this song makes any sense lyrically or otherwise. But yeah, first line, okay. Me no conversate with the fake.
that part.
That part. Me no conversate
with the fake,
with the fake.
comma.
That part. So let's unpack that.
Yeah.
We got all day.
What the fuck?
So I believe it's supposed to be I do not converse.
Converse with fake people.
With the fakes or
If he
fake
said,
people, sure.
I do not conversate with the fake, that would at least make some sense.
Yeah.
It's like English as a fourth language.
So okay, you know what I'm thinking to myself is, okay, maybe this guy is so into the fact that his name is Schoolboy that he's talking like he's from a different country, literally learning English to talk to fake people, or not talk to fake
Or
people.
he's 5.
Me no conversate. No, but
Sure.
you can't say me no and then throw a word conversate to try to sound smart in the sentence, which just doesn't work.
Because
Everything-
conversate is not really a word.
Everything in this is stupid.
Well, it makes sense with the sort of the song that's going on behind it, where if it's kids stepping on instruments, maybe he's the 5-year-old kid
Right. So
rapping or whatever.
He may be a special.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I
Little-
think it
little
makes
special.
more sense with what we came up with before, which is this just Jar Jar Binks singing this.
Me no conversate with the fake. That part.
Okay. Ugh.
Me love you.
It just makes my skin crawl. It's just like I can't handle it.
Me love Jeff.
Even in jest, it's like it makes me very
I
uncomfortable.
love that there are some people that hate Jar Jar Binks so much that they wince in pain when I do this to people. It's so funny.
It's hilarious.
Oh, me so love you.
It's just the voice.
It's pretty annoying.
It
I
is
will
very
say.
annoying, but it totally is. It is how he would talk.
I would love to hear the next line as Jar Jar Binks, which is, all my bitches, independent bitches.
And he starts doing the thing where he's stretching out syllables. All my bitches, independent bitches.
Is that what he does in that part? I think
believe
it's
so.
the next one. He goes, I just want the paper. That part.
I think he stretches out bitches too.
Holy
I think
God.
So we're. I think we could have done that longer.
It'd be fun for us, but I don't know the listeners really like it much longer than that.
Well, that's what you have to do in the fucking song.
Holy.
So earlier I was commenting. I feel like this style of singing, which is part of the stylistic temperament of trap music, is that we got used to rap, especially in like when the 90s hit and that whole era up until now of the whole idea of flow and the idea that you don't really take syllables and hold them out when you're rapping because it doesn't really make sense. You don't have, when you're singing, you can do it because you can change notes and have some kind of thing going on there that makes sense to it, And even then, we've talked about some syllables you don't hold out because it doesn't make sense. It's a thing that you need to approach carefully. And like in the 80s, they would hold out syllables and it sounded silly. And that's one of the cringy things about that early era of Run DMC and Sugar Hill Gang. And then they realized, oh, let's not, and start filling it in with syllables. And I think this is reactionary to that, going, okay, they've got it as fast as you can get it. There's all the really tons of syllables and words in there. Now what do? We can't make it faster. We can't, be Micro Machines guy. So it's like, we got to figure out something else to do. Well, let's do the opposite and hold the syllables out and have it be really choppy and annoying. Just annoying.
Maybe it's just reactionary to common sense.
There's so much about this that doesn't even... It's not musical or
Nope.
witty or interesting. Okay, because then it goes... He stretches out the word paper and still follows it up with that part. Mm-hmm. All my bitches flavored. Then he goes,
What
like
flavor?
a child having a tantrum. That part. Repeating the fucking that part over and over again. Like, what the fuck just happened?
That's another thing.
It sounds like a tantrum to me.
Yeah.
That's what it sounds like.
Yeah.
Someone's like,
This is that annoying kid who gets behind you in line at the supermarket. And he's just like, that part. And the mom's not even paying attention. She's just like,
there's like a Tourette'sy thing about this song. Honestly, there definitely feels like a Tourette'sy thing about this song.
Yeah.
And we were listening to that song Panda that I've been complaining about, which is a little older.
Yeah.
But it's the same style, and it's the same thing where he goes, Panda, 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 Panda.
Oh my God.
What the fuck are you talking about, dude? What is this shit?
It's like some video game or soundboard. They keep pressing the thing over and
Yeah,
over. You know what I mean?
yeah. Like,
Yeah, it's like built to annoy.
yes.
Or like when Mario's jumping up and pushing the coins and the ones that keep going. It definitely has that thing. Totally. It's so grating to me. And granted, I love death metal and obnoxious shit, but there's something about this that makes me think of somebody that's just spoiled. Especially when Kanye comes in.
Right,
And it's the okays instead of the that parts.
Yeah.
It's just like somebody like, look at me, I need attention, look at me, I'm mommy, pick me up, pick me up.
That is my most hated personality trait, is when people just are so starved for attention that, they got to be the dancing fucking monkey in every possible scenario. If it's just three guys, your buddies at the bar, there's the one dude who's like, hey, look at me. It's just like, fuck you.
That part. I know that you kind of brought this up before, but is there any reason other than it's the title of the song why that part is in these lyrics?
Yeah.
There's no reason why. I'm looking at the Wikipedia now trying to figure it out, and I can't find any reason why
Yeah, it doesn't say anything about what it means, you know? What
Yeah.
part? That part later was remix, commercial performance, charts. There's no explanation of the song.
Yeah.
That part. That part
That
of what?
part.
What part?
What part?
I feel like I'm just going to read through this again. I know we covered almost the first
Please.
verse, I guess you can call it. Me no conversate with the fake. That part. All my bitches, independent bitches. That part. I just want the paper. That part. All my bitches flavored. That part.
That part, that part, that part.
Well, paper almost rhymes with flavored. That's something.
Yeah.
But not when you go pay. Not when you do that. But yeah, that means nothing. That part has nothing to do with it that I can see.
I don't know what that means.
I mean, maybe this is just so far out of our whiteness that we really have no fucking clue. But I kind of feel like
I think
with
there's some
something
of
as
that.
generic as that part, I mean, there's got to be. You would feel that there's an explanation. Well, maybe let's delve a little deeper, shall we, and see if
Okay.
we can figure it out within the lyrics themselves.
Yeah, okay.
No, don't.
That always ends up in trouble, man. Shallower. Just get shallower.
Shallower.
Hey,
Get the bends.
hey,
Yeah, I
that
mean-
part.
Yeah, it could be like a body
Hey,
part that they're
that part.
referring to. I don't know.
Yeah, you know, I'm thinking I'm willing to put money on the fact that it's one of those things where he just went, that part. And he's like, yeah, that sounds good. It's what is it?
I found out. I found it.
Uh-oh.
That part is a braggadocious song influenced by Californian culture. The phrase "that part" is used as an affirmation of a boast.
Okay, that still makes zero sense.
That means that when it's like if you're bragging about something, and I'm like, yeah,
That part.
that's what it is. If I say yeah,
Wait.
or you go,
Wait, let's try it. I just want my paper.
That part.
you go,
Oh.
get it. That's what it is. That part is they're saying that part is like an affirmation of the brag.
Good for you.
Yeah,
That's what it's saying.
That's yeah. If we turn it white,
Holy crap.
Bully for you.
all my bitches be independent bitches. Way to go, pal.
Well, you should be proud.
Kind of think that would make a better song.
Right. All my bitches flavored. Swell. Way to go. You've got it.
What does that? Why are they flavored? Do they
Like spicy? Spicy wenches?
in the place? Is it watermelony vulva?
Watermelony. Oh, that was the girl that was in that movie, Golden Showers of Watermelony.
That was part 13.
Oh, my. Okay, well, that explains something. I don't know.
Bang this shit in the hood one time. Lil bitch, I'm back and poppin'. Tell that ugly bitch to move away. I need more options. Broke? Then fix your pockets. All I do is profit.
Right. Okay. Pieces of that mean something.
Yeah.
None of it has anything to do with itself, though.
No.
No.
At all. I bang this shit in the hood one time. Or what is this shit? I mean, did you kill somebody or did you fuck somebody?
I think that means like, playing his tunes, like
Maybe.
banging his tracks in the hood one
and now
time.
I'm back and poppin'.
Or he had sex with a piece of shit. Could be possible.
Which
I don't know.
is definitely possible.
That seems both difficult and potentially dangerous. I think you can give yourself like a UTI that way.
No doubt. Wait.
Yeah.
That part.
Wait, were you bragging on that?
Yep.
I gave myself herpes.
That part.
Song is way better now.
$250,000 switching lanes.
That part.
Bet my bitch moved the same old thing.
You go, boy.
Bet.
405 with the gun off safe.
You got it.
That's not good. That sounds troubling.
Yeah.
Like
I'm still trying to make that plate.
I don't know plate. I'm guessing plate just means money.
I think
It's just like it's the same old thing that rap songs have been saying in time of memoriam. Make money, get bitches.
But could you have
Get money.
Could you have guessed though that what he's going to rhyme plate with? Could you have guessed what he would rhyme it with? I could have guessed before once I heard it for the first time.
Fillet.
A good guess, but I would have said fate because that's the most obvious rhyme you would have with the word plate. And guess what the word is? Fate.
I did not foresee that happening.
But check this out. Rich or poor, nigga, choose your fate. And then he does your favorite thing in the world, which is rhyme the same word with the same word 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 times in a row.
Yeah. And when he says, you talk about when he goes,
I guess if it's technically not a rhyme, this is the call and response thing.
Because it's just like saying that part, but he changes it to nickel.
Right.
And when he says it sounds like he's saying nickel.
It does.
Nickel.
Style on top of style. Nickel.
Maybe that should be the name of the song.
Nickel. 5 years I've been rich. Nickel. Drove Beamers down Fig. Nickel.
And my lyrics say bimmers.
Bimmers.
Which, I'm sure means beamers, but bimmers.
All right. So looks like he's crashing cars.
Fig. Where's Fig? What's Fig?
Figueroa. Yeah.
Okay, where's that?
Downtown.
Okay.
It's an L.A. ref. I guess
right.
There's a bunch of L.A. references in this, so we know where he's from.
Scooby-Doo boys.
He's got different
from LA,
chicks. He's got so he's just naming off cars too. He's got the Beamer, the Porsche, the Rolls Royce. Got an engine back with the top in it. What? Driving like it's a bomb in it. Oh my god, this song is so stupid.
I do not care for the braggadocio.
I'm with you.
I don't enjoy that in interpersonal things as well as music. Yeah. Oh, hey, I'm a great person. I think it's just because my own self-loathing, I do not relate to anybody who doesn't relate to that perspective on life. And you are not my kind of person. I'm sorry.
Yeah. Well, it kind of comes from that anyway, right? Hating yourself so much that you feel the need to be braggadocious.
Hey, guess what? I got a car, and it's a nice car, so fuck yourself.
Yeah. It's like the classic bully thing. Yeah?
I got 2 cars, and I don't even drive them.
Yeah.
That part.
Mine's better than yours.
Here's another thing, and I think it's also related to the style of music, is that it seems to be a regular thing that the verse will have like a beat, or the closest thing you get to a beat. That's the thing, is the songs always kind of sound like they never really start. They're always like, when does the song happen? It's never really totally locked in there. It's kind of like, it's almost a thing, but not quite. But it's always during the verse. The verse will have the finger quotes beat, and then it'll stop for the chorus, which seems so counterintuitive to me. Unless you did it like once, maybe 3/4 through, that makes sense to me. Maybe it's a traditional thing. That's what I know, but it serves function. Mm-hmm. I feel like it loses its momentum.
It does.
And I feel like the song is constantly stopping and starting over, which is like, it's the song equivalent to being in traffic. It's like you're driving in first the whole fucking time.
Yes. Oh, it's a good way to.
That is.
It's a good metaphor for the song itself, considering that it is an LA song.
Exactly.
It definitely feels, and it's definitely, you're driving a stick. Yeah. You're not driving an automatic.
You're driving your fucking Porsche. It's like, what's the point? You're fucking driving it in first, going 10 the whole time, or stopped. Who gives a shit?
That part.
What was the call? What was that part?
That part.
It fits right in with what you were saying before, which is going against all, good sense and logic.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's stop the chorus.
So this is like the punk rock or something of hip hop, maybe, or is that what we're doing?
I guess.
Going again. This is the rebelliousness. Let's take music out of music to make music.
Yeah, it's like, but it's not in a way that's like, oh, I'm going to do this because I'm going to define my own path. It's like, I'm going to do this because this is not what normally happens. It doesn't matter that it sounds like stupid. It's just that's not what they do. So that's what I'm going to do.
That's what you're going to do?
I guess so.
That part.
And it's crazy that it's not just this song. It's every song in this style. And these songs are all over the charts. And they're topping the charts. And everyone knows them. And they're all exactly the same. It's so cookie cutter.
Fucking garbage can.
It is straight up. It is so painful.
Wow.
And I've been at like a club where they were playing the playlist, the stuff, and song after song. I'm like, this is fucking horrible. This is like, I got to write down all these songs for the podcast. But the thing is, like, you do one, you've done them all. Like, this is exactly like that song. It's the same one, that part.
Well, I feel lucky, number one, because I don't go to clubs, but that this is the first song that I've heard in this style. because if I heard another one, I don't know what would happen.
You would be like, oh, it's that song again. And then argue with people. Like, what? It's not?
I feel like there would be some kind of hemorrhaging in my brain, possibly.
The way this makes me feel is it makes me feel I wish I was deaf.
Yes.
I wish I never had to hear this. I wish I never heard it. Because as soon as I heard it for the first time, I was upset. I'm upset now. I'm upset right now. Like I'm feel upset.
What if they had Chester Bennington as the guest instead of Kanye?
I don't think Chester could be any more annoying than Kanye is in this. I'm telling you, he took it to the next level of what I thought I could hate. He took it to the I just didn't even think it was possible for me to think somebody was more annoying than Chester Bennington. I didn't think it was possible.
It's awesome.
And then he did it immediately as soon as he comes in, he does it. As soon as he comes in.
Yeah, we're ready for that part. We're right there.
It's
yes.
We're there.
This is great. Do it. This is getting to the point where it's so annoying that I love how annoying it is because it's just amusing me that it's so fucking stupid.
Are you talking about us or the song?
See all of the above.
all of the above?
Excellent.
Okay. Beggars can't be choosers. This ain't Chipotle. Yeah. Nigga with an attitude. I feel like OJ.
Who's O'Shea?
Somebody famous, probably. Walking, living legend, man. I feel like like he's not even okay. It'd be one thing if he was repeating the same note over and over again. Maybe it would be musical. He literally isn't even coming close to hitting the tonal center of the song or any note in the key.
It's so ridiculous. And
it's on the radio.
More than that, it annoys me that he's like, dude, that was awesome.
Oh, and he thinks he's awesome.
I know.
Because everything he's saying, I'm walking like a living legend, man. I feel like Kobe. Like, you think you're awesome. And you can't even...
He thinks he can butt rape somebody.
You're the worst. He's the worst. He's the fucking worst. He's worse than the ScHoolboy Q guy.
Oh, yeah.
And you're just, ScHoolboy Q sucks.
Yeah, he's fucking horrible.
So he sucks. And then,
and
then this guy comes in and is like, you think you suck. Watch this.
Maybe that's it. That's the whole genre.
Yeah, it's like a pissing contest of suck.
Yeah.
How bad can we be? That part.
And here's the thing. I'm wondering if they're in the studio going like... Watch this.
You can do it worse.
Watch this. And you know what? Idiots are going to buy this shit. That's the best part. They're like cracking themselves up like, this song is so stupid. People are going to love this shit.
Kanye, you got to sound like you got bit by a dog and you're waking up.
Somebody put a chicken in my bed.
Stick my finger in your butt. It's feeling...
I can just picture like... them in the studio with with the anti-producer. Instead of like, it's good, but let's work on this one little part. And he's like, do it worse. You can do it worse, believe me.
This is great. How many producers do you think are on the... Don't look! How many producers do you think it took to do this song?
0.
Oh,
try again.
407?
I'm going to go with 4.
4. You got Cardo, Young Exclusive, Q Beats, and Soundwave without the D. Soundwave.
3 of those things I used to clean my ears earlier this morning.
And I like how the sounds you're making, they sound like a fucking seagull. You know what we're going to do? We're going to take the seagull into the studio and we're going to strangle it.
It's like someone's pinching him. They're like, say your line and then we pinch you. I would like to touch your penis. Put your dick in my mouth.
I wonder, I know they're on drugs when they're doing this, and I'm sure there's tons of weed, but there's something else. And I think
bath salts.
Yeah, some crazy shit, crazy pills, like lewds. But like dude sounds like fucking ScHoolboy Q sounds like he's on lewds because he's just so like mellowed out to the point where it's like weird. But like Kanye sounds he's on something else. Like he's fucking he's on
himself is what he is.
Well, yeah, there's that, but
maybe they have like a Chihuahua cannon in the studio, just like shooting him with it on every line.
And I seriously have a feeling that this whole style of music may have been born out of some sort of drug trend. It sounds like they're under the influence of something really weird that's making them like they're
Special
drinking
K or something
Yeah,
like that.
yeah,
Where
yeah.
it slows time down.
like they're drinking Robitussin, you know? Smoke a bunch of weed and down some Robitussin and fucking strangle a fucking bird. Hey man, that's a good strangled bird sound. What mic you use on that?
You know how they have like drum samples for individual guys that do their own drum
Yeah,
samples?
like this guy drum sample.
Maybe they have like Kanye strangled bird samples. I don't know. Strangled seagull.
That could be a whole library. Kanye's strangled Autobahn
So strangled birds, just all kinds of different birds.
with different like mic placement and stuff.
Oh yeah.
Here's a murdered hummingbird.
You know, there's a couple of lines in the Kanye section that I'd love to hear as Jar Jar Binks.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
God damn it, John.
Wife, you gonna kill me? Start there.
What's she going to kill me? She's the female OJ? Y'all don't feel me, man. This ain't okay. Lisa loves the boner in my butt. It's okay.
Fuck Kanye West. Fuck him in the dick hole. He sucks. I fucking hate him. I hate listening to him. I hate the fact that he even exists, and I have to tolerate his presence in life. I can't stand him. He is like a homeless person on a shoebox, yelling at everybody to listen to him, constantly over and over and over again, bitching and bitching and bitching, but still saying he's the coolest motherfucker of all time, but bitching and looking for attention.
Okay.
You don't have to tell me that I need to like you or that you're awesome.
I
You
like,
don't have to do that. Like, I'll like you if you're awesome. You don't need to tell me that you're awesome and I need to like you.
He protests.
You don't get
too
to
much.
choose for me that I need to like you. I hate when athletes do it. I couldn't stand Terrell Owens used to do that kind of stuff.
I don't know who that is.
It drives me nuts when people are like, I am the greatest of all time. Look, I am so awesome. Bow down to my feet and suck my dick. No.
Suck your own dick,
Oh,
douchebag.
yeah, go fuck yourself.
I do not trust anybody who doesn't have a healthy dose of self-loathing.
Humility is actually an attractive quality in people.
That's right.
Being humble
Yes.
is actually attractive.
I think it was totally apropos that you said him preaching on a shoebox rather than a soapbox as well. That's good.
He's just a fucking tool.
Yeah.
He is a fucking tool.
I hate the fact that he's bragging about, Saks and all this shopping stuff because he's super mega rich. And it's like, people listening to this are not the rich people.
Right.
You know what I mean? Hey, guess what, idiots? All this money that you're spending from, downloads and whatever, I'm fucking pissing away on $3,000 underpants that I wear once and throw away. Thanks for the money, bitches.
Looks like he's saying when you get to a certain level of wealth, you don't eat catfish anymore here.
It's soul food. Catfish
Right.
is soul food.
Yes.
But a catfish also is somebody who lies
Right.
online about who they are, and when you meet them, they are like they would post pictures of themselves as being a
Right.
really pretty girl, and then when you meet them, they're actually like a fat chick
Oh.
and ugly and stuff. That's
that-
called
is that a
catfishing.
thing?
There's
Yes.
that too.
Oh,
There's
I
that
didn't
too.
know
I
that.
think
But
he actually is referencing catfishing. He's actually doing a play on words.
Yeah, he's
here.
doing both.
And then but it still is really terrible the way that he does it.
Right.
He's saying, I'm rich and I still eat catfish, but then that bitch ain't really bad. That's a catfish. Meaning, like,
Yeah.
so,
Yeah.
wait, what?
Yeah.
But you're married. So what are you talking about?
Whatever.
And basically, he calls Kim Kardashian a murderer.
Wifey gonna kill me. She'd a female OJ. Well, that's interesting reference because the Kardashians, her family got all their money because Robert Kardashian was the lawyer for OJ.
Wow.
Isn't that fucked up?
Didn't even know that connection.
Uncle Juice.
Yeah.
Okay, did you watch The People versus OJ Simpson?
I wanted to see. Yes.
Ross
yes.
from Friends plays Robert Kardashian, and actually pretty good, especially compared to John Travolta, who was horrible.
He's not a good actor. He's good in 3 movies.
No.
Other than that, John Travolta can suck a fat dick.
He was
terrible.
awesome. He was terrible.
Wait, which movies?
He's good. Not the one you think. Be Cool was not one of them.
Face Off.
No.
Oh, that's
He's
bad.
terrible in Face Off. The only movies he's good in is Pulp Fiction
Oh,
He's great in Pulp Fiction.
Yeah.
He's great in the movie.
Michael.
Get Shorty as Chili Palmer.
okay.
Fantastic.
Yes.
But then the other one he was actually good in was the movie.
Grease 2.
No.
Shit.
Phenomenon. And what it is in all of these movies, he plays a dumb person.
Oh,
so
yeah.
if he's dumb, he does a great job. But all the other movies that he tries to be good in, he sucks because he tries to be eloquent and deliver these lines and he's totally unbelievable every single time. Especially Battlefield Earth.
Yeah. Well,
dear.
not only is he a
was a
plastic
tangent.
surgery freak, he had them put like prosthetics on to look like Robert Shapiro.
Oh.
And he's just like so fake acting. He's like, hello, I'm a Robert Shapiro. Yeah.
He's a terrible actor.
It was so
He really
bad.
is.
That looked like Donald Trump imitating that reporter. Sorry.
That's pretty
Visual.
much what he did. That's pretty much what he did. And it's like, that's my Robert Shapiro impression. Isn't it good? And it's like, no, it's not. No. It took me out of it a little bit, but it was funny. Anyway, so it's a good show though. I recommend it.
Yeah, how did we get on that?
I don't know.
I don't know, but that was a good
Uncle
tangent.
Juice.
OJ.
Uncle Juice, yeah,
Right.
yeah.
Have the paparazzi doing backflips.
Okay.
If I lay you down on the mattress, blow the back out till you backless.
This song is so fucking stupid. This song is the dumbest song.
I got nothing.
I can't even say song. And never mind the fact that this is like a 5-minute song of nothing.
God,
It's
it
so
doesn't end.
fucking long.
There's so many words, and it's all terrible.
You know what?
What?
Oh, when I was listening to it this morning before I came down.
Jamming out in your car?
No, not in the car. I put it on. I'm like, I listened to the first, 45 seconds. I'm like, oh my God, this is so bad. Then I walked away to collect some things, came back, and it was still on. I'm like, how is this still on? It's 5 minutes of
And it doesn't go anywhere.
bullshit.
It doesn't go anywhere.
It doesn't go anywhere. Yeah.
This is the thing I don't understand about this style of music. There isn't a chorus. There isn't any development. Nothing in this music goes anywhere. It just sits in one spot. There's a beat, and that's it. I mean, there's nothing even being said in this.
No.
There's nothing being said in this song.
Did
And Kanye's just so annoying. He's so annoying. Okay. I mean, we don't even have to go. I don't think we have to continue going through these lyrics because
yeah.
they're fucking horrible and they don't even make any sense anyway.
Yeah, the ones I just read, like they sort of project some kind of image at least, which is an improvement over the beginning, but it still doesn't make sense and it's still stupid. No question.
This song was number 40 on the Billboard Hot 100, and it peaked at number 13 on the Hot R&B.
Not to be confused with a hot Carl.
It sounds like a Hot Carl to me, though.
It smells like one too.
This is heartbreaking.
I'm just going through a couple of YouTube comments because this is fun to do. Nothing really super fun, but there's one where by Adil, quote, busy, wifey gon' kill me, she the female OJ. One of the truest stories, these Kardashian bitches destroy whoever they with or fucking, which is very true. Yeah, I mean, Kanye recently went to Crazy Town because he went crazy.
Okay.
I think that was just a publicity stunt.
Maybe, yeah, but I think it's also drugs. Again, you listen to the shit like he's doing drugs that are the bad kind of drugs, like some kind of crazy pill that you have to be a millionaire to get, and it makes you start stabbing your penis with a Bic pen. It's like,
I'd like to stab Kanye's penis with a Bic pen.
yeah, you must be taking that drug. Hector Castillo says, Kanye West was standing in the middle of the street screaming at no one like a madman, not letting the school bus pass, and that is why I was late to school, teacher.
That's from the video.
That's a believable excuse.
Oh,
funny.
yeah.
That's pretty funny.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's good. I didn't actually pay attention to the video.
If
That's
you're
good.
in LA, I think that could be a viable excuse.
Yeah.
for being late
He's
to
standing on a
class.
shoebox yelling in front of a bus. Sounds about right.
And then Legit Soul just says to him, ain't nobody on that bus except some ratchet ass hoes. Which I think is pretty good.
Yeah, we started doing this segment here with reading comments from the YouTube thing.
Oh, okay.
Because some people fucking
There's
got
some funny ones,
yeah.
I wonder what a ratchet ass is.
A ratchet ass.
But I like it. I'm going to
If
start
somebody,
saying that.
if somebody is ratchet, it means that they're not looking good.
Ah.
That's what ratchet means. Like, oh man, my toes, they're ratchet.
Remember Barrel Ass?
That's great. I'm going to start using that too.
I like Barrel better than Ratchet.
Barrel's good. And then Rochelle Barbara just says, Schoolboy Q is so underrated. I think that
really?
says it all.
Oh, is he?
Apparently so.
He's underrated, huh?
Thanks, Rochelle Barbara.
I could probably throw up and shit into a microphone and it would sound just as good as Schoolboy Q featuring Kanye.
Please don't do that into my microphone, though. That would be a bitch to clean that out of the windscreen. Get the chunk out. Oh, that's so gross. That's so gross, dude.
Boy.
All right, we're not doing a lyric rewrite because we don't have time, and we pretty much have already done it. You go back in the song.
Okay,
there are some
finger
rewrites.
In my penis, do it. Okay.
There you go. That's good enough.
Pee inside my mouth and make me come. It's okay.
But hashtag Dabar if you want to do a lyric rewrite.
Hashtag Dabar
Dabar.
or Dabar.
How are we spelling it? D-A-B-A-R.
D-A-B-A-R. Dabar.
Capital D-A, capital B-A-R. Dabar.
Hashtag Dabar. Hashtag Kanye sucks.
Hashtag I gotta pee.
And post it on your Twitter, Gram, Insta feed, and we will take it and we will skywrite it above your mom's house. Okay, quick.
Yeah.
What have we learned today, children?
What have I learned?
What have we learned today, children?
I learned, I think most importantly, that part actually is a braggadocious response. No, it's a affirmative response to somebody being braggadocious.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I learned.
Braggadocio!
Yeah, that's what I learned.
Yeah, what did you
I think it's important.
That's good to know. It's good to know, that part. I think I learned today that...
That sounds about right.
I don't get trap. I don't get it. I don't get it. I don't understand what's going on. And
You learned that you don't get it?
that's what I learned. I learned that I don't get it. I don't get it.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm loath to say I wish I did. I don't.
What about you, Weeder? What'd you learn?
Besides those things, which I definitely learned as well, I learned two things. The term ratchet ass.
That's a good one. I like that. I like that a lot.
Yeah, that. And, art, quote unquote, and song,
Also quote,
it can be on a level far below what I ever thought possible.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. That is
I
a
learned
good
that
thing.
too.
That is important.
That's
Very impressive.
That's a great takeaway.
That was definitely what I learned when I heard this song for the first time. Like I said, it won an award for me for the worst thing I've ever heard. I mean, I never thought I'd ever hear anything worse than Linkin Park, and then this happened.
That actually makes me kind of happy. Something about that makes me like really happy. So you gotta go, but why don't you do your quick this song fucking jams?
Yes. Oh, it's good.
Colon.
Perfect. Okay, so keeping it in the realm. So one of the things Jeff and I did last night was we were talking about hip hop and stuff
in between ski pole sections.
Yes, we so I just recently found out about this record that got dropped in December because we're talking about modern and new hip hop, and it's by an artist named J. Cole. The song is called "Foldin' Clothes."
Jake Hole.
J. Cole,
Which is also a shirt designer.
J. Cole.
No,
Not Kenneth Cole.
or J. Crew.
J. Crew.
It's the cross between the two when they did the business merger.
Nope.
Jake Hole.
This is by Jake Hole.
Yuppie shirts.
It's on the album For Your Eyes Only, and the thing about it what I like about this particular song is that it actually has a fucking bass line played by a human being with a really cool bass, and it's actually a song. There are chords in it, and he's singing about. Well, he's actually singing in tune. He's rapping and singing, and it's in tune.
Wow.
And it has an arrangement. It actually has choruses in it. That actually, there's harmonic progression, there's movement, there's arrangement. It's a song that I would want to hear in a style that I don't listen to very often.
You mean it has some talent?
There's actually talent involved.
Wow.
The guy, I don't know much about him. I just learned about him last month, but he's doing it, in my opinion, he's doing hip hop the right way, where there's actually music involved. There's a cool what we heard. There's cool guitar parts. There's cool bass parts.
The
There's
drum
cool,
part,
the drum part,
the snare is like not just 2 and 4. It's this cool kind of funky thing where
syncopated and
syncopated
like
and
it's super. It's subtle. Like it's cool in the way that like the Police are cool, where they're doing cool things, but it's not overly stated. It's kind of under there, and he's got talent. He can rap. He can actually sing. He's got harmonies. There's background singers in there. I don't know. It was like such a jarring juxtaposition after we listened to this piece of shit, garbage, goddamn song, and then a couple other things we listened to, and I was nervous to put it on because I was like, what if I'm just confused? What if I'm just think this song is good and I'm wrong? So then I put it
you're a liar.
I put it on, and then immediately the bass comes in, and you can tell a human being is playing it, and it's this cool fuzz bass, and it's kind of funky,
super cool.
And also it's like, oh, there's and we're both like, and then he's got a groove, and then we realize the drums, and then when he comes in, he's like rapping about how he loves his girl, but he's rapping about it with like, I love you, you're my girl.
That's right.
You know, it's like he's got attitude about, like, he's like definitively saying he likes his chick, which is cool because I'm not really a positive lyric rap guy anyway, but there's something authentic about it in every way, and all I care about in music is authenticity. And this guy, J. Cole, from For Your Eyes Only, Fold and Close. That's my song that jams.
Nice. I think it's a little more of an R&B-ish kind of vibey tune, you know? It's more singy than it's like, you know, not totally straight hip hop thing. This cut, at least.
That's cool.
It's very cool.
Yeah.
It's good. Hey, what you been jamming on, John Weed?
Well, I will say I'm not so big on the new music, but
you don't have to be.
No, there's something that caught my ear on the radio recently, which happens so rarely because, as you guys have been pointing out, there's a lot of junk.
Garbage!
But I guess it's probably pretty popular. Dude's name is James Bay.
Yes, I've heard of him.
Yeah, and I think it's a song called Let It Go, Let It Be, something like that.
Let It Go,
because Let It Be is the Beatles song.
Which is also very good.
Which is also very good. But, you know, despite it being kind of like mellow.
Yeah, Let It Go.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Mellow, sort of poppy, sort of indie also, but it's got a really cool guitar line, first off, which is probably what caught my ear. Not overly produced or arranged, but you can tell that there was effort there, of course. And the dude's voice is just really compelling, which, you know, I really don't hear a lot of anymore.
Yeah.
So yeah, just caught my, and what was disappointing is I'm like, oh, that's so cool. And I heard it close enough to my house where I could go in and look it up before I forgot, because for me that happens in like 2 seconds. So I remember the name and looked them up, listened to like each track on the album, and unfortunately each track sounds exactly the same. So I'm like, oh man.
We got it right so much that we're going to do it 10 more times.
Exactly. But it does suck, but the one track is so good, I'm just like, all right, I'm just going to leave it at that. Great song. That's what I got.
Yeah, I've actually taught one of these songs.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, I don't know if it's that one, but it is one of them.
So that one. That part.
But yeah, he very, very strong voice, very soulful fellow.
Yes.
Soulful fellow. James Bay.
Concur.
Let It Go, from his record entitled Chaos and the Calm from 2014.
Really?
Yeah, I guess so. I don't know.
Wow.
That's what it says.
That's how behind I am.
Well, you know, sometimes it takes a while to get the stuff to get to people.
What's the album called? Lick the Cum?
Yes. Yes, it is. It's called Chaos and the Calm.
Oh, Calm.
Calm. Like my name. Calm.
That's right.
So check this noise out.
What do you got?
Lately, I've been jamming on one of my favorite bands from back in the day that not very big in America, and we actually mentioned them briefly on the last episode because we were doing Bad Company, and Mick Ralphs is the guitar player. Mick Ralphs was formerly of the band Mott the Hoople, and that's the band, one of my favorite bands here. I think they're pretty cool. And so the tune that I probably like the most of theirs is Roll Away the Stone. And they're, the interesting thing about them is that they just never quite super made it in the States. People kind of know all the young dudes, but that's about it. But they were this like underground hit in the UK, and they were a huge inspiration for all those glam acts of the 70s, and like Queen's first tour was opening up for Mott the Hoople, and a big reason that they did that song All the Young Dudes was in the, they did a couple of records and they were kind of weird. They weren't really that good. They were kind of like, don't really have a style, and they weren't really doing great, so they were like going to break up. And so the bass player went to audition for David Bowie, and Bowie's like, what are you doing here? You have a band. And he's like, well, it's kind of petering out. And he's like, no, you may not. We need Mott the Hoople. So he's like, you will take this song and it will be a hit. And it was, and it saved their career. And they realized, okay, so this is kind of the thing. We've got this thing and it's a hit. But, Ian Hunter, the main dude, is like, we can't keep taking songs from David Bowie. We need to kind of do our own thing.
Yeah, you can.
Well, I guess. But, it's like, we need, our own songs. So he started kind of adjusting the way he was writing songs. So the records, that came after that, there's Mott. I think one was actually called The Hoople. The ones that came after, there's 2 or 3 after that, and they started really kind of getting it. And it's this cool thing where it's taking this old time rock kind of vibe. I don't know that it's almost honky tonk kind of thing. It's interesting because they're glam and they had all the shiny shit, and they had he had a guitar that was an H. It was fucking ridiculous looking, and platform boots and what have you.
Oh yeah.
But it was this, saxophones and, the background dancers who are, kind of doing moves and stuff. Roll Away the Stone, man, big hooks. They all had big hooks. Yeah. That's the thing for me. They had the big hooks, and, it has the ladies in the chorus doing, the sha-la-la-la kind of thing. That is so cool, man. I love that shit.
Yeah. It
cracks me the shit up. It's awesome and just kind of old-timey, but a cool vibe to it. It's moving, and makes me feel good and makes me want to rock out, and I'm all about that. That's a big thing to me. Any tune that kind of has that vibe really makes me happy.
Rocking out, girls in the chorus, big hook.
Girls in the chorus, big hook. Yeah, that's, it's a pretty easy recipe for awesomeness.
Yes.
It's pretty simple, and it's like, that's exactly, I think, what Ian Hunter went, okay, I'm going to do this and we'll write hits. There'll be hits.
Yeah.
It was very, purposeful,
Yes.
He did that thing like, well, why don't we write songs that people like? And that's what he did, and it was like, yes, that. It's awesome. It's great. And a bunch of tunes like that from that era, and that's one of my favorites. Roll Away the Stones. So fucking catchy. Cool guitar, too. Cool guitar, like harmony stuff will happen. Yeah, they're so about it.
Yeah. It just brings me back to what we were talking about before, where you just said, okay, this great formula, the hooks, and the big chorus. The exact opposite of the song we just reviewed. Formula
for bad. Okay, every time there's a choice, we're going to figure out the best choice and do the opposite. It's purposeful. Which, when you think about that, next time you want to try that in a production session, do a session where you go, okay, here's what I think should happen. What's the antithesis of this?
Yes.
See what you probably end up with one of these songs.
Yeah, Formula for Bad. That can be the name of the album, which JP will do Jar Jar on.
Yeah. Formula for Suck.
Formula for Suck.
Yes. Everybody get your fucking wallets out.
New album coming out.
By the This Song Fucking Sucks Singers. All right.
Yep.
So I think that's all we're gonna do for this that part.
That part.
Okay.
Good.
Okay.
Good time to wrap it up.
Do you have plugs? You have pluggings?
Sure.
Websites?
Yes. Started a new business, which is called Creative Performance Coaching, which JP is doing the artwork for. Yay!
Yay!
But it's basically performance and life coaching for musicians and other creative people, could be artists. And for me, like, that's such an important thing to have it in my life with whatever I'm working on, is just to have somebody to really push me past what I would do in my natural state of complacence, really.
Right.
So that's what this is all about. It's occurred to me in the last couple of years where I have been coaching other people that, just being helpful to others is in my natural state. And nothing really makes me happier than to be a contribution to somebody else and, like, see them growing and whatnot.
There's something very satisfying about seeing somebody else flourish because of something that you encourage them to do or help them do. You
Absolutely.
know, it's
I want to say
yes
to the audience, I guess, that I've known these guys for a long time. I don't even know how many years. And it's great to see them again. We don't all live in the same cities anymore, but it's an honor to be on the show. So thank you for having me.
It is a pleasure. It's a pleasure to see you. Pleasure to have you for this thing. John Weed, thanks so much for being here and doing this.
Thank you.
So I'm going to let it go and wrap it up now for John Weed and JP Von Hitchberg, ScHoolboy Q and Kanye West. I'm Jeff Callenbach. Don't let the man get you down.